ya kara neme durabo mayo ya dede ya yes ya kara le ya kara neme durabo mayo ya kara ne ma ya kara na ya kara neme durabo mayo ya me ko yinzo me ya yinzo yugu banu takwe ya kara neme durabo mayo ya ke ya go banu sali e wo takwe wa ya kara neme durabo mayo ya je mama wakadu mzuo meredu yakamu yadwe yagru ye yadwe me yo ake ya dogyawa ye yo o kapoya ye yo o kamu yadwe yo for your yas ya gala wana blebi kama aye yo ya kekala uban salio bngagmeo kanu kakale dogubo ma ko tokala e pomu ni vakanti kwatame kwa yia de klomere kwa mi du ya kakanflo se matani kama me sare ka go registration me kwatan yie zu zet ya set e waka ya little color where you dia why you are kakara why amen wasu wala la come sale bie ko wala ka nyala me abo melo men wo so blue ola wo pa wo preka wonu apa ola ra su wo yela Kawandera de ayoko Beobo Monzo menwapo Kadizo kakosale lizo Kono ya yiyeke ya yoko wai Lewa kolizo Kono so blu Ola waka wakreka Zazalo ola resu wonwapo Ma wotesu woyakya Oyisu wodwakya Ola isu wodago Kole agbe ayoko Yebe yanu tino yele ka champion na no ye baba sai bai Moyo de kone ye yawe Moyo de mane Meno wale kone yawe o
lo yang glaba namat gadoin mo ini ya mo rusia katisia sike ya doni so albonwa ne bo nyobo la tisiwe tise sike yisira bo
My check. Esoteric. My check. Esoteric. All right, I think. Check. 1, 2, my check. Esoteric. All right, I think. Check. 1, 2, my check. Esoteric. All right, I think. Check. 1, 2, my check. Esoteric. I think they looked at my sound is good now. Hey guys, how you doing? If you get to me out there, please give me a signal. What sound we're going in and out here? We don't know what's going on today. Let's see again one more time. Let me double check the quality of the sound. Let's see. Yeah, 1, 2, mic check to make sure again quality sound. I think we are good to go. Yeah, 1, 2, mic check. All right, thank you guys. We are right on point now. Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever you are around the world. This is Voices SINOE in the diaspora. With that, Sarpo the esoteric. And now that my sound is good to go, let me do a little commercial here, and I will be right back to start the show. Don't go away.
E pomu ni vacanti. Kwa kama kwa yia. De klomere kwa mi. Uya kakanklo. Se matani. Kaba me no sare ka go radio station me kwa tan yie. Zu. Za. Yo ya. Za. E waka waka. Yo ya. De do karo kwa idia. Kwa yo ya kakala wai. Amin wasu wala la kame sale bie ko wala ka nyala. Melo melo menai. Melo men wo so blue. Ola wo kwa won kreka. Wonu apa ola da su o yela. Ko andela de ayoko. Melo monzo menai. Monzo meno apa. Ka dizo ka pasale lizo kono ya yi e kan ya yoko wai. Le wa call lizo. Kono so blue. Ola wo kwa won kreka. Sasalo wala da su wonu apa. Ma wo sasu wo yakia. O yesu wo do abia. O la yesu wo dago. Ko le agbe ayoko. Debe ya no tino ye le ka champion na no ye baba sai bai. Mo yo de kone. Ye yawe. Mo yo de mane. Me no wale kone. Yawe oh yawe. Mo yo. Mamuyo, mayo amuyo. Ya po yo aya ya kara nebe bi dura bomba. Yo aya ya kara nebe dura bomba. Yo me ko yinzo me ya yinzo ye gnu ba nu takpe o. Yo aya ya kara nebe dura bomba. Ya ke yo ka o ba nu sali e wo gnu takpe wa. Yo aya ya kara nebe dura bomba. Yo aya. Yo ya bien nunca wana totiana. Yo ya bokwete nunca walo kubona. Yo ya pa de pu nunca walo akubona. Apo yo ya metropolika ya no totiana. Apo yo ya to metunga ya lo akubona. Apo yo aya pa de punuka walo akubona. Apo yo aya pa Jeffrey nuaka wana totiana. Ye yo aya ani dupanuka wana totiana. Apo yo aya ino dompienuka walo kubona. Yo akue yao akauya ne yo asonye yao. Anu abeka lo wa ni mameno. Abobito kwa mama ya we kwa mama. Abito kwa mama ugo yo ne mama. Abosonko yo ayanka ne ya we kwa mama. Abito kwa mama ugo yo ne mama. Me ando nya yo ayanka ne papa kwa mama. Abito kwa mama ugo yo ne mama. Abito bito
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm having like little was on the other day. 1 2. My check 1 2. I was on the other day. My check 1 2. 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 My check. My check. My check 1 2. I'm having crazy feedback here. Super duper crazy feedback. Let's see if I transfer. Let's see. 1 2. My check 1 2. 1 2. My check. Let's see. 1 2. My check 1 2. All right. I think I should be good now, sound wise. Hopefully. Yeah, I've been going back and forth with this sound today. All right, guys. So let's see. Hopefully. Yeah, I've been going back and forth with this sound today. All right, guys. So let's see. Hopefully. All right, we're good. We're good. I mean, at least. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora. Sorry, we have a huge technical back and forth today. Let's see. Hopefully, gonna be kind to us for the rest of the show. I want to do one last check here, Reverend Suan. If you are hearing me from your side, please give me a confirmation, please. Let's see. Suan, if you are hearing me from your side, please. Give me a confirmation, please. Let's see. All right, good. We good to go. All right, let's do this. I can come on camera. Hey, guys. How are you? Welcome to South County Premier Platform, Doc here. Yeah, let's have a little conversation. How you doing? How are you? Good afternoon. Sorry, it's like 12 minutes or 36 minutes after 12 on my side here. Wish you a very long time good to go. But however, our sound quality should be good now for us to get a show going. Please, as you join us, share the link for us. One more test here from my end here. Please, as you join us, share the link for us. Wonderful. Now I'm happy about the sound. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. Esoteric, the host of Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora, Sano County best platform. Yes, let's get into the show here and see what we have for you. Usually from the beginning, we normally do some commercials here for you. So let's see what I can do. Some commercials and get some commercials out of the way to see what is out there. Just a reminder, if you're out there, member of the USAA, we have our president that was just elected a couple of months ago, and the inauguration is will be held in April 11, 2026 in Fargo, North Dakota. And we just want to keep putting the information out there to people that want to come and support us. All right. So yeah, William Manor inauguration is April the 11, 2026 in Fargo, North Dakota will be the time for the inauguration. So we just wanted to remind you to save the date. All the details are on the flyer. You see Hilton Garden Inn. That is the details right there. You can read and write. So let me not repeat the information over and over. So that's another flyer. We got a bunch of flyers. The only problem I have with members of the USAA, they want us to do some job for them, but then when you put out the information, nobody shares it. All right. So I don't know. Is that difficult to share a flyer? No, it shouldn't be a difficult task. So that's the only issue I have with the members of the USA. The support is not there. They want one person to do the job. I mean, I don't mind doing my part, but to spread the information, you need to just share the flyer. That's all you need to do. If you put it, I put it on my page. Nobody shares it. Nobody cares. I mean, like, okay, how do you want your information to get out? You just want one person to do. All the members, imagine all the members of the organization, when I put the information out, you share it will propagate. But I mean, if you don't do it, I will do my part, and whoever sees it and somebody calls me to say, oh, where's the flyer? I mean, unfortunately, I'm not going to waste my breath. I will say, go on my page and go glean the information. Because I put it out there, and you guys don't want to share it. All right, that's something I want to say. So that's USA convention, not convention, inauguration is set up for the 11th of April. April will be held in Fargo, North Dakota. All right, so that's something that I want to share with you. Some little preliminary here too. I mean, the Liberian community in the diaspora is doing some good job here. And I saw something that is especially in Philadelphia. And so I want to break that breaking news to you. Don't go away. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voice of SINOE, Esoteric in the Diaspora. All right, so the breaking news, last Tuesday, they had multiple elections going on in the United States, local elections going on. And in the state of Pennsylvania, we have some young Liberians in Pennsylvania that are stepping up to the plate. They say, yes, I also live in the city. I live in the neighborhood, and I think I have to participate in the politics of my community. You know, as Plato would say, if you do not participate in the politics of your community, you'll be led by your subordinate. And so some of the young people, they are stepping up to the plate. They're trying to be part of the community, to be part of the politics. And so we have these two young gentlemen from Pennsylvania. So we have Kamara. Kamara ran to be the sheriff of the county of Delaware County in Pennsylvania. Okay, that's Sadi Kamara. Hopefully I caught that name right. So Kamara contested to be the sheriff of the county, Delaware County. So the sheriff basically is the chief enforcement officer of a county. You know, so for Delaware County in Pennsylvania, we have Mr. Kamara. He contested and he won the election. For the borough of Darby Borough, we have Jordan. Dan also contested to be the mayor for the Darby City in a borough in Pennsylvania. He also won that election. So we want to say congratulations to the young brother. We wish you all the best as you step up to the place to lead your community. Yeah, I mean, as religious people would say, Godspeed. All right, now let's go to the next thing here that we just want to get some basic stuff out of the way. So this one also is a breaking news from Pennsylvania. And so before I share that, I will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora with Esoteric here, coming to you from the state of Maryland, these United States of America. So this brother too is called the Archbishop, the social Archbishop of Philadelphia. All right, it's called, his other name is called Paul Yimpan. You know, they had this huge Liberian sports organization in Philadelphia, which it has the acronym POSA. All right, I'm not going to give myself a headache to say I want to break it down to you. When we see the president, Paul elect, if you like, President Paul Yimpan, maybe you will define those letters for us. But the fact of the matter is, POSA is a huge Liberian sports organization based in Pennsylvania, and Paul was, if I'm not in the margin of error, he was the treasurer, either the treasurer or the financial secretary, one of them, but I am putting my finger on the treasurer. You know, so he was heading the treasury department of the organization, and eventually the brother he decided to step up to the plate. And so let me show you the quick video when Mr. Yimpan was declared the victor during the local election over there. Let's see. Let's play one of the videos here. All right, so that was Paul Yimpan Jr. Won POSA's presidential election in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And so we want to say congratulations to the brother. The brother is from SINOE County, the county that Sarpo, the Esoteric, represents. All right, so so Paul won that election without contesting, without opposition. All right, so we want to say congratulations to the brother. He's going to lead the people, the members of POSA, hopefully, to make a radical change. We made some effort to see whether we can invite the president-elect of POSA. We're still working out modalities to see whether Mr. Yimpan will be able to join us one of these days so that we can have a conversation about his agenda for POSA. But I want to say congratulations. The man, he has a vehicle, Sarpo 1. You know, yes, man, I like Paul. You know, there are people that try to shy away from their identity. You know, they want to be different people, you know. Yeah, but Paul is not shying away from his identity. He calls himself one of his vehicles. He put Sarpo 1 on it, and that's great. You know, that's why you are. That's who you are, and there is no need to shy away from who you are. You know, so Paul is from SINOE. Like I said, he also is a supporter of our representative Alex Noah. Hopefully, he's not going to lead the members of POSA like the way Mr. Noah is leading SINOE County District Number 3, leading that district into the ditch. You know, Paul Nyimpan going to do a better job than Mr. Noah is doing currently in the Capitol building in District Number 3. It's a living dead district in Liberia. All right, Paul, we wish you the best, man, brother. Good job. All right, now let's move on to something else that I want to talk about today on the show. Please, as you join us, join me. Please share the show for us. We will highly do appreciate you on the sharing the platform for us. Let's see what I can get the picture down. All right, now I must make a quick comment on this right here, because this is the voice of SINOE, and this is Mr. Noah, the guy that Paul Nyimpan supports. This guy, he supports Mr. Nyimpan, Mr. Noah in the Capitol building. And to understand, I'm not against Mr. Noah. I just wanted to, I want Mr. Noah to do the right thing for my people in District number 3, SINOE County. But I think Comrade Paul is not doing a good job. You know, Comrade Paul is wearing sunglasses because he's a social man. Yes, you know, he's a social archbishop. But this man is a representative for the people of SINOE County District Number 3. And he goes in the Capitol building and wears sunglasses in the building. I mean, it's the two different things. You can wear sunglasses, but not when you are doing the people's job. So I have a problem with Mr. Noah wearing sunglasses. He's not a blind man. If you're a blind man, I'll have no issue for Mr. Noah to wear the glasses. But he's not optically impaired, so I don't see why he is wearing sunglasses when he is in the Capitol building. I don't know why they do that. There is no sun in there that is, I mean, bothering your eyes. The reason people wear sunglasses is because the sun is hot. You know, it affects your eyes. So it makes sense. But when you are in the Capitol building, if you're wearing a reading glasses, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But you can't wear sunglasses in the Capitol building. That shows that you guys are not serious. You know, they go there and they bluff. While people are suffering in the country, they are dying of healthcare. I mean, nothing going on in the country, but it's about bluffing. You know. And this is not a bluffing job you hold. You hold a significant job in the country. You are a lawmaker. You make decisions for the country. So bluffing should not be something that it should be on your agenda. You know, you are relatively young, but this is not a bluffing job. Wearing sunglasses, that's not, you have to know where you wear certain things. You know, sunglasses does not belong in the Capitol building on the floor of the house. When you are speaking, you wear sunglasses. I've seen a lot of the guys who do it. I've seen the veteran lawmaker, Edwin Sunu, all the time you are addressing your colleagues with sunglasses on. I mean, you see it all over. So I don't know why the guys, they don't understand what professional etiquette is. There are certain things that you can't do in certain area. It just looks weird, okay? But that's something, observation I want to make. I think Comrade Paul, tell our lawmaker not to be following Comrade Paul. Comrade Paul is a social archbishop. He's a sports president, so it makes sense to wear his eyeglasses, you know, sunglasses, but you can't go in the Capitol building and wearing sunglasses. All right, now, that's something that I just wanted to speak to quickly. Hopefully the team with us freeze on me today again. I see it's beginning to freeze quickly on me. But let's see, maybe I can depopulate, take some of the pictures down, and I'll be able to get to my stuff, hopefully. All right. The next one that I want to talk about is one of the trending issue here in the U.S. It's the big topic. The 34-year-old brother, Zohran Mamdani, that won the state of New York, is a big deal, right? It's a major transformation in U.S. politics. Give me a second, guys. Let's see. Let me get to the picture here.
Terrify a death, we embrace this brave new course rather than fleeing from it. We can respond to oligarchy and authoritarianism with the strength it fears, not the appeasement it craves. After all, if anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him. And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power. This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one. So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up. to account because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants. We will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks. We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant. So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us. When we enter City Hall in 58 days, expectations will be high. We will meet them. A great New Yorker once said that while you campaign in poetry, you govern in prose. If that must be true, let the prose we write still rhyme, and let us build a shining city for all. And we must chart a new path, as bold as the one we have already traveled. After all, the conventional wisdom would tell you that I am far from the perfect candidate. I am young, despite my best efforts to grow older. I am Muslim. I am a democratic socialist. And most damning of all, I refuse to apologize for any of this. And yet, if tonight teaches us anything, it is that convention has held us back. We have bowed at the altar of caution, and we have paid a mighty price.
All right, so that Zohran Mamdani victory speech there, the mayor-elect of the biggest city in the United States, New York City, 34-year-old Zohran Kwame Mamdani won the election, 50% of the vote. Yes, so I want to say congratulations. You know, the guy ran on freezing rain and affordable range, transportation, free transportation, universal child care and stuff that the rent. The capitalists are killing the people of New York. And so Mamdani thought, you know, I got to do something about it. An immigrant, 34 years old gentleman, he has been declared the winner of to lead the largest city, 8 million plus people. You know, that's a huge responsibility that Mamdani has to shoulder. All right. So, yes. The U.S. is moving in another direction. So our title for this, we say from capitalism to socialism. And also Andrew Cuomo, the older man who, he's a capitalist. He was the governor. He wanted to go into the to be the mayor for the city next. You know, even though he has all these sexual allegations against him. You know, the Republicans, they know that Curtis could not win. So, yeah, they did not waste their time on him. But Donald Trump and others, they were supporting Cuomo to be the mayor because Cuomo is a capitalist who believes in protecting the very rich, you know, not care for the poor people. They rather extort those that are struggling, the working class, the bourgeois, they exploit the proletariat, and that's what they do. So Zohran Mamdani, coming from the working class himself, he said, I got to look out for the working class, who are the majority in this country, in this state. And the 8 million people, the bourgeois, the bourgeois class, the guys have, come on, like 1%, if not less than 1%, but they are suppressing the astronomical rent. They are renting the people out of existence, basically. That's what you're doing in New York, And Zohran Mamdani said, you know what? I'm going to make university childcare free, transportation free, rent will be affordable with 4 years of freeze on rent in New York. It's not right. We can be the richest country in the world, and our citizens cannot afford. They are sleeping on the street. They work all these doubles, but yet they are finding it difficult to survive. There is something I can understand. I try to make sense of about American politics. Especially the Republicans, even though it's on the Democratic side as well. The two parties, they play games on the American people. That's what they do. What I call the pendulum politics. This certain time, the pendulum was swing on the other side. The Republicans now, they are in power. They are fighting. The government is shut down right now. Trump got this beautiful ugly bill, which he called beautiful bill, whatever. Is a big ugly bill, making tax cut permanent for the very rich, which doesn't make sense. The guys are making enough money, billionaires, you're cutting taxes for them, and you can't help. You are cutting food for babies. You are doing all the different things, cutting education. All the different social programs for the working class. So the American politicians, I don't understand them, especially at least from the Republican side. I can sympathize with some of the positions of the Democrat, but the Republicans, I don't see, for example, the President Trump. If they talk about helping the American people, they will say, "Oh, it's socialism, it's welfare." They can't do that. But then President Trump would take $40 billion and sell it to Malay in Argentina. What is that? Why do you take our taxes from here and send it to Argentina to go help your body out? You're getting $40 billion of our money. But they say help the man on the street, the man who is homeless. You say, no, it's socialism, it's welfare. But why are you giving the money out to people that are not Americans? Why is it that you are giving $3.8 billion every year to Israel? Are they paying taxes here? Are they working in the U.S., the Israelis that are killing the Palestinians? Why you take our money and you're giving it to foreigners, but socialism is prohibited, but you give $3.8 billion to Israel every year. You just send $40 billion to Argentina, Milei, the other far right-wing guy. You send our taxes there. But I want to say help the Americans that are struggling, the people that are homeless. No, that's socialism. You can't do that. Make education affordable. No, everybody for themselves. But you are taking our taxes and sending it elsewhere. So that what Zohran Mamdani and these people that now they are coming in and say, what? No. You cannot distribute. What Dr. King calls socialism for the rich and capitalism for the poor. That's what's going on in the U.S. They distribute the funds, the money at the top. I was reading Trump's beautiful bill the other day, for example, and the tax cut, they got something inheritance tax break. As a matter of fact, if you inherit money from say, for example, the rich people, when you're turning 30 million, for example, to your family, to your heir, you don't pay anything to the government on that. They just transfer that money. But the working class, the people that are suffering, that are working hard in this country, they pay taxes for practically everything. But somebody will transfer 30 million. How many average American can afford to transfer 30 million to their family. No, they want this generational wealth to be at the top. Nobody should take anything for them. So they say, okay, you transfer that money to your heir without paying taxes, nothing to the government, you know. And some of these laws don't make sense. It just hurts the little man. I mean, their country, their politics is just ridiculous. You know, it's just, you say you the richest country in the world, but your citizens are gonna have to work doubles, and they still finding it difficult to make ends meet. You know, so the victory of Mamdani is eye-opening, because for somebody to be called a socialist, for the person to win election, that means America is going in another direction. They are sick of the rhetoric of the Democrats and the Republicans. Both parties are cheerleaders for capitalism. You know, it's about resources accumulation. It's not about people, because capitalism does not care for people. It's about how much I can get, how much I can accumulate. That's what capitalism is. And so people that are Mamdani, and they say, you know what? No, we live in a society. As a matter of fact, the capital, the resources that you are generating, who is generating the resources for you? Are the people. All right. So the people cannot generate the resources for you, and you give them little or nothing. You are not looking out for them. You know, so we wish Mamdani the best. It's an arduous, difficult task that he is taking on to fight the rich people in America. That's a huge battle, because the guys are so greedy. So they will fight. They gave Andrew Cuomo billions of dollars, if not millions of dollars. Yeah, they give it to that guy for him to come to be the city mayor, so the mayor can protect them. Andrew Cuomo is paying $7,000 for an apartment in New York. Imagine, that's nothing to him. $7,000 a month. You know, that is nothing for. But how many average Americans can afford to pay $7,000 for an apartment anywhere in the United States? You can't afford. So they're trying to tax the people out of just basically work the crap out of them, make the money. When you get old, when you become the retired, they say, okay, Trump there, they are not even giving people that are retired. They don't want to honor them. Babies, they're taking food, the snap from the people. I mean, like, it's just ridiculous in America. So yes, Mamdani, your victory is a wake-up call to Donald Trump. He thought he was the man. Everybody right now, the people, this election that just happened, you can tell that the country is moving. They are not in favor of Donald Trump, because all the states that had elections, from New Jersey to Virginia to Florida, all the different local elections, Democrats swept everything. So it shows that the American people, the message of Trump, what Trump is doing, his policy, they are not resonating with the American people. All right, so I want to say congrats again to Mamdani on his victory, and see how well he does. January he will be inaugurated and officially to start working. Zohran Mamdani, Kwame Mamdani, an African guy from Kampala, Uganda. He came to the U.S. and yeah, he is. So American, that's what this is, the land of opportunity. You come here, you do the right thing, you can climb the ladder. I mean, we can't dispute that there are no opportunities here, even though there are systemic barriers for getting certain things, you know. And those are the things that the Republicans, they champion. They don't want affirmative action in college admission and no different thing in the blacking people from climbing the ladder. All right. So let's say congratulations to Zohran Kwame Mamdani. All right. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about here is the Donald Trump recent statement to the country of Nigeria. All right. Donald Trump issue, I can say, a threat, or if you like, a warning to the leaders of Tanzania, Nigeria, my fault, not Tanzania. Nigeria, Donald Trump put a tweet, the tweet right here. Let's share the tweet with you. So this is the tweet from Donald Trump. And he said, If the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid, all the food, all the money they send to Nigeria, all aid and assistance to Nigeria, and may very well go into that now disgraced, how Donald Trump talks to Nigeria, right? Now disgraced country, guns blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible atrocities. I'm hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attack our cherished Christians. Okay? Warning, the Nigerian government better move fast. That's what President Trump said. So this tweet on social media is currently shaking Nigeria. Now, let's look at the content of the tweet first from the president, and I will share my perspective, right? What I think. So first, let's go into it again slowly. They say if, first of all, it's the conditional statement. If the man is not making upfront decision right now, he said if the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, okay, the USA will immediately stop all aid. So first, he threatened them that two things here: he will stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria. That's something you will do for sure. If Christians are being killed by Islamic terrorists, and the Nigerian government is not doing something to stop such massacre, then of course the taxpayer money of my taxpayer, my money should not go to Nigeria, because the aid that America is sending, to understand, it's been sent so that the Nigerian government, the authority, will do something to protect all the citizens in the country. So the Christian cannot be killed for years. I can remember a couple of years back, you have a bunch of girls that were adopted by the terrorists, and there was a global agitation before those children were freed, by the terrorists. Where is Nigeria? Nigeria is called the superpower of Africa, the most populous country that has the highest population in Africa. And these politicians, Nigerian politicians, they sit there and people are being killed, Christians, in their numbers, and the government is not doing something. And Donald Trump is now saying, all right, I gave you the warning, do something, or we're going to send our forces there, military, to do something about it. Now, do I support foreign invasion or country going to Nigeria or any country for that matter to make such intervention? Well, I mean, on this one, for me, it's twofold, right? It's twofold. Because the last time I checked, when a president takes power, the oath the president takes is to defend lives and property, okay? To defend the country, lives and property. So if you have Nigeria and the citizens are being killed for years in their numbers, and you have the leaders are not doing something to curtail that, to stop it, then I think it is not a bad idea for Trump to send his men, because those people that are killing, so they can know how death feels, how it feels to kill other people's family members, so they can know how it feels. So I don't mind in this case, because I think the reason why the Nigerian authority, they are sympathetic towards the Islamic terrorists, is because the top heads, the vice president, the president, the vice president, they are Muslims. Okay, so they are of the Islamic faith. Apparently, that's why they are not doing something when these people are killing Christians. Okay, there are other talks around the internet and saying, oh, these guys, they are also killing Muslims. They are killing but they are killing Christians in the larger number. Okay, Christians have been killed in a higher proportion relative to the other people. Do I play down the death of other people? No, I don't. But if you look at it, the guys are systematically targeting Christians, because you have to understand Nigeria is divided into Islam or Muslim north, and the south is Christians. So predominantly you have in the northern part, you have these Islamic jihadists invading Christian villages and towns and churches, and the Nigerian government sitting down because Bola Tinubu is a Muslim, and the vice president also a Muslim guy, and so they watch these people. They kill family members, they kill mothers, fathers, and children for years. So I don't mind in this case for Donald Trump to intervene. All right. I mean, the downside, because that's why I say my view is split, yes or no. The down part, if you invades Nigeria, but Trump is, I think from what I'm hearing, because if you read the tweet here, from the bottom part of it, he said, I'm hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. If we attack, he said, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet. So I'm looking at the word fast. So what he is thinking is the same mission they carry on in Iran when they bombed the nuclear site of Iran. I think that's the same operation that Trump is talking about. It's time to go and invade the whole country, but they will do targeted bombing of those idiots that are killing their fellow Africans, and Bola, that old man who is walking trembling. Africa has the tendency to put these old men geriatric in power, and so yes, Tinubu does not want to do something about it. Both of them, they are sympathetic to their faith. Those guys that are committing the atrocity, they are Muslims, They are Muslim, and the president, the vice president. I don't know how Nigerian constitution is set up, when a Muslim will be president and the vice president will still be a Muslim. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. All right. So that's when Donald Trump intervenes, I will support him on this one. All right. Because the Nigerian authority, the resources that Nigeria has, the oil for Nigerians to be suffering, for the young people to be running away from their country, something is fundamentally wrong with the African leaders. What else do you want to have in order to cater to your citizens? You have few elements. You have few elements in Nigeria. In government, they are super duper rich, but their citizens are suffering in our country. The people are killing them, and Bola Tinubu, an old man, him and his vice president, they are not doing something. So Donald Trump, when Donald Trump enters, as a matter of fact, stopping all aids will make sense, because the money, the aid that Donald Trump or America sends to Nigeria, it does not go to the people that are suffering. The aid goes to those ultra-rich Nigerians that are looting the country, and they see how their fellow citizens are walking around in the street, and no jobs in the country, no medicine. I mean, everything is a mess in Nigeria. Even though the country is endowed with natural resources. So Donald Trump, if Donald Trump intervenes, I will support him on this one. All right. Since Nigeria does not want to do something about wiping out, I was going on their website, Central issued the threat. Now the authorities, I saw on their website, we captured the terrorists. Okay, you want to have Donald Trump, somebody to say something before you stop the killing of your citizens? No. I mean, the attitude of African leaders, they sit back and people just kill other people, and they're not doing anything about it. So Donald Trump get my support on this one. If you go there, Donald Trump, it may say you do surgical. If the Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians, the USA will immediately stop all aid. The first thing you do, aid and assistance to Nigeria, and be very well going into that now disgraced country. That Donald Trump. Yes, it's a disgrace to you, the country, and the leaders, when your fellow citizens are killed, been murdered by terrorists, and you are not doing anything about it. But all of a sudden, Donald Trump I mean, I was listening to some of the government officials. Oh, how do you distinguish? I mean, as a matter of fact, as a scholar, PLO, how do you distinguish? Okay, how are they killing them right now? How are they identified? They know those people, but they don't want to do, because when the guy terrorize people and then the court deals with them, that's what they do. So, but Donald Trump is on point on this one. Yes, Nigeria, if Nigerian authority does not do something about it, again, the reason my feelings, my view is split on this. If Trump goes there with the way in the case of, but he's not doing that. He's not, at least based on his tweet, he's not saying, oh, we want to topple the government, you know, because what they did to Gaddafi, Obama did to Gaddafi, they got that country in chaos right now. And Nigeria having 200 or some more million people, I mean, it would be chaos to just launch, to say, you know, how you're going to replace the government. But he said, we're going to be fast. So they're going to be fast. That means they are using their technology, surveying and using drones, watch the movement of those criminals, and drop bomb on them. I think that's the operation that Donald Trump is thinking. That will be the right thing to do, so they can know how it feels to kill people's family. All right? So Nigeria, Tinubu does not have the balls to stand up and defend his people. You know, he's sitting around and watching. Put the old man in power, they're sleeping, and their people are dying. Let me see the video. Maybe I can get to it. Hopefully I will get to it. Let's see. Let me bring this down. Yes, my video is all the way down, and this thing is not moving. Let's see, let me play
to
this.
Send military forces into Nigeria unless the government stops what he called the killings of Christians by terrorists. Trump posted the message on Truth Social, saying the USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists, he says, who are committing these horrible atrocities. Trump says he's instructed the Department of War to prepare for possible action and says if we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet. Well, Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu has responded to Trump in a statement saying since 2023, our administration has maintained an open and active engagement with Christian and Muslim leaders alike and continues to address security challenges which affect citizens across faiths and religions and regions. The characterizations of Nigeria as religiously intolerant does not, he says, reflect our national reality. Well, let's speak to...
Okay, if you listen to the Nigerian President Tinubu's statement, it proves Donald Trump's point. You know, Donald Trump said people have been killed, and the man said we have been having open and active engagement with the Christian and Muslim. That is not the point. The point is the Christians have been killed. It's not about having, as a matter of fact, the people are terrorists, they are jihadists. So why are you having open engagement with the Muslim and the Christian? Why are you, what is that for? So again, the man is kind of falling before criminals. They're killing people, and that's why I said Donald Trump has a point here. Mr. Trump, don't procrastinate. You put the surveillance on those guys. They need a bomb on them. Right? They've been killing the Christian, and Tinubu does not have the testicular fortitude to intervene and stop those criminals from killing their people. All right? They just want to enjoy the resources, and then the people suffer. They killed innocent people getting killed. All right, so that's a video there from Al Jazeera there. Let me see.
Potential threat in Nigeria. Thousands and thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern. That's a legal definition. When the Christians or any such group is slaughtered, like is happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide. What horrible numbers. Something has to be done. I am asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and the House Appropriations Committee, to immediately look into this matter and to report back to me. And I mean, like, immediately. The United States cannot stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. It's not only Nigeria, it's all over. We stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population around the world. This is not going to happen. The killing of Christians is not going to happen.
All right, so that Donald Trump right there, okay, said Nigeria is a country of particular concern, okay? Yes, too much. I mean, whether that Christian or Muslim, if Muslim or Christian are killing Muslims, the government of Nigeria got to stop that. The other way around, when Muslims are doing it, I mean, you see, that's what I personally, I got problem with religion. Religion divides people, okay? It does not unite people because religion has these weird philosophies that contradict each other. So if a religion has its own philosophy and the other religion has its, so as a result, they clashing, all right? They're fighting and killing each other, and that's the problem with religion. You know, and that's why sometimes in my country, I mean, I listen to Liberia, for example, and these people, they are religious people. If you look at your whole government, they are all Christians. Majority, 99.9% of the people that are running the country, they are Christian. But the way the people they are leading, they're living. You imagine that people that said they are God-fearing people, they will serve their people humbly. The same thing in Nigeria. You have these Muslims, they say they care for people, but they're sitting there, Tinubu and his vice president, they are sitting down, and the Christians have been killed, and nothing has been done about it. Now Donald Trump is intervening. So Donald Trump, I'm with Donald Trump on this one. All right, so that's the situation that's going on right now. Nigeria is shaking. Let me play this young Nigerian guy so you can hear his view.
Now, Trump have said that he's coming to release military people. Not he's coming to, he have told his military people to get ready. That they are coming to Nigeria. They're a shame nation. Now, we, Donald Trump, they call shame. Not be me or not, Tinubu and the people. Now, they say Nigeria is a shame. Nigeria is a shame. Now, wait till Donald Trump call us. Say we are shame. Why? Because one man just forced himself. Put there. How can they kill? They are killing your citizen. They are killing Nigerians as if they are nobody. Nobody can stand up and talk. Why we have some useless youth online fighting Ghana, fighting South Africa, say we can buy your country, we can buy your country, we can do this, we can do that. Unnecessary argument. Now they want to come and fight. They want to come and destroy Nigeria. Please, Donald Trump, I beg you in the name of God, if you are coming, you see the bomb from up, let it first land at Aso Rock. Aso Rock is where, it's like Jubilees. That's where our president, all of them, they stay. Your bomb, 2, let it just land there, boom. 2 bomb, so in case they dodge one, 2 bomb from up, make it your land, boom. What type of nonsense is that? Then when we talk, people feel that, we want to protest that things are not working. You said no. We want to come out and voice that. You will kill us. Now they are killing people in the Christians. They are killing Christians as if we are not human beings. They are killing Christians. Tinubu speak. No. Now America have come to speak. You want to go. You want to go and talk to Donald Trump. Hello, sir. It's exactly Donald Trump, sir. I be Nigerian boy. I they tell you, Oga, I beg, or record, we they die, yo. Oga, call. Tinubu want to kill us. Tinubu. Oga, please come. Please, when you are coming, come with 4 jets. Bomb the whole Aso Rock. Bomb everybody there. Bomb them. Which normal country we call terrorists? Then we bargain. They will sit with terrorists. They'll be bargaining with terrorists. Okay, we will give you this so that you stop crime. We will give you this. If it's not witchcraft and nonsense, because we have a leader that cannot even, a leader that cannot walk. He's shaking. A leader that is shaking. Whether we voted for vibrator, I don't know. Nobody voted for you. We know who Nigeria.
All right, so that's a young Nigerian man angry over there, frustrated, and that's what Russia's frustration there. You're hearing from him. The young people, Nigerians, are educated. I mean, that's why sometimes people demonize them. Oh, they're into criminalities, and they're duping people. Okay, you have all these people educated, but the government is not doing anything to create job opportunities for them. They are just walking around with degrees. Okay, how you expect the people to survive? They're going to go and devise a way to survive. So now the guys do I support that one though? They can't drop bomb on the politicians. But African politicians are horrible. They are very, very horrible. They don't care for their people. It's all about taking resources and then, enjoy themselves with their family. They send the resources out of the country while their people suffer. All right, so that's the move for Donald Trump. I'm not a Donald Trump supporter, but this one I am with Donald Trump. The Nigerians are suffering in that country, as not only Nigeria alone, across Africa. The resources, the continent is endowed with resources, but the leaders are so terrible. I was just looking at the other old man in Cameroon. He was inaugurated. The man is highly, when he's talking, you understand what he's saying. The man is struggling on stage. We have our old man too in Liberia, Joseph Boyka. When the guy is walking, the security got to get very close so he can't fall. That's the situation we find in Africa right now. We have terrible leaders, and the leaders don't care. The people are dying, they don't care. All right, in Liberia, 14 years, you got those religious people, they're killing each other. The Muslim and the Christian, even though it's them coming under that banner in the case of Liberia, but Charles Sutter was a Christian, Prince Johnson, Roosevelt Johnson, they were all Christian. They're killing each other. They're killing 250,000 religious people. And that's why I get problem with religion. Religion is a problem in the world. And that's why when you read a book written by Christopher Hitchens, it's called, Religion Presents Everything. Yeah, once you get somewhere and religion gets there, it will person, people will start going at each other. It's very sad. All right, now let's go to the next thing that I want to talk about today on Voice of SINOE here. Let's go to Tanzania. Tanzania recently elected their first female president. Okay, yes, her name is Amia Sulu, whatever her name is. That's the same problem I'm talking about Africa. She was the vice president to Magufuli, the president of Tanzania, that passed away, and she was the vice president to him. The man died, and she took over. All right. Now, Amia, she took power. The election that she won, as a matter of fact, recently. How in the world you will go to a ballot box and you win 98% of the vote? How is that possible? You know that something is 98%. So the opposition, as a matter of fact, the first thing she did, the major opposition, she went and jailed the major opposition candidate, charging him. She charged the man for treason, committing treason. What did he do? Well, all the man said was to reform the electoral law. That's what the man said. This lady, Samia Hassan, she sent the security, arrested the opposition leader, and put him beyond bars. And now she's the president. When they declared her the winner of the election, the young people opposition, they jumped in the street peacefully. She unleashed the police, the security on the citizens of Tanzania and killed several of them. She went as far as cutting off the internet so the information cannot come out to the public. They shut off the internet in the country. That's how terrible African leaders, whether males or females, they are bad. Shut out the internet in the country. Put opposition politicians in jail. The same thing in Ivory Coast. Alassane Ouattara put the opposition in jail. And you will declare winner. These people they want democracy, but they don't want democracy. If you want democracy, then open the playing field, let everybody participate. When you win, we'll clap for you. But the notion of putting your opposition in jail for frivolous stuff is horrible. You put your opposition in jail, and then you call yourself a winner of election. You say 98% of the people voted for you. It's not even possible. What are you doing that the people love to the extent that all of them will go to the ballot box and elect you? 98% of the votes. They give it to Madam Hassan. So Tanzania, let me play the video quickly so you can hear a little bit of what she is doing in Tanzania.
In Tanzania. Tundu Lissu leads the largest opposition party called Chadema. He's been in jail since April on trial for treason. His supporters have not been welcome at court hearings. The party's deputy chairman, John Heche, was bundled into a police pickup when he tried to attend last week. He hasn't been seen since. Much of the press has been barred from covering the polls, and most Chadema party officials are in hiding. We were able to speak to one who's in a secret location.
Since the 1st of October this year, there have been over 60 abductions and enforced disappearances across the country, and the number is growing. It's completely a sham. There's no election at all.
President Samir's CCM party has ruled Tanzania for nearly half a century. She took office after President John Magufuli died 4 years ago. She's promising major infrastructure projects and universal health insurance, and she doesn't want planned election day protests to get in the way.
I want to assure the youth of Tanzania, do not be deceived into destroying your country's peace. Follow the government and the law, and you will live in safety and peace, and no one will disturb you.
Amnesty International says in recent months government critics have been abducted, tortured and killed in what it describes as a wave of terror. The government says it doesn't tolerate rights abuses and it's committed to democratic governance. Security forces published this video ahead of the polls with messages promising peace. Police have warned internet users, although thousands of websites have already been shut down.
Those who are using social media, those who are sending messages to instigate violence, there is no difference between you and somebody who has committed a crime. And we have the mechanisms online. We can monitor everything that is sent or put out.
Police and soldiers have been deployed all over the country. Opposition politicians say it's intimidation and that Tanzanians will not get to choose their next leader. Malcolm Webb, Al Jazeera.
Don't miss out and get the full.
All right, so that's a little bit of what the lady is doing in Tanzania. She's terrorizing the people. No democracy in that country. You know, they want democracy, but they don't want democracy. Okay? She is telling the people follow the law, follow the government, and follow the law. Okay, what if the law is unjust? Should the people follow it? Or what if the government is unjust? I think one thing God said, loyalty to country and loyalty to government when it is serving the need of the people. Okay? If the government is not serving the needs of the people, why should the people follow the government? Why should the people obey the law if the law is not treating the people right? If you are taking opposition politicians and putting them behind bars and charging and putting charges on them, why should they follow the government? Why should they obey the law? I mean, I think it was Henry David Thoreau that said, you know, an unjust law is no law at all. If the law is unjust, definitely the people will break the law. They will not follow it. You see, that's why you are shutting up, because the laws, you got these laws that are unfair. And so you have to shut up internet. You have to have the security, limited monitoring everything that's going on in the country, because you don't want somebody to speak up. You don't want somebody speaks up. You unleash the security on the people. That's tyranny. And that's what the woman is. You know, she's a tyrant. She's terrorizing the people of Tanzania. She's an autocrat. She is not for freedom of speech. And that's why opposition leaders are put in jail and killing multiple of opposition supporters. You know, Africa will continue to be where it is with these kind of leaders. The world is advancing. The people are running competition, AI and technology right now. And our leaders cannot even tolerate opposition. No, they can't. They can't bear it to have somebody criticizing them. They will arrest you. That's how backwards our continent is. And we have to do something to change that. Something got to be done to change some of the leaders. They're horrible. Everywhere across Africa. I mean, with few exceptions, of course. But some of the things that are happening, they should not be happening in Africa. All right, now, guys, let me get to the next thing that I want to talk about on the show today. That woman is not a Democrat. She does not believe in democracy. So now the other one, let's go to Liberia, Grand Gedean County. So lately we have been seeing the intellectuals of Grand Gedean on social media, on different national platforms, and expressing views. So the campaign now, the intellectuals of Grand Gedean, some of them that are running right now, they're talking about changing the name of Putu Mountain to Gedean Mountain. Then the question is why? What is wrong with Putu Mountain? The name Putu. Is that Putu the problem? What is the problem if the mountain in Grand Gedean bears the Putu people name? So right now, I want to play some videos so that you can hear the campaign, so you can get the gist of the campaign that is going on right now in Grand Gedean County, or especially the intellectuals, among the intellectual class in Grand Gedean. Let me play this first one.
The mentally ill guy, but when Kanye raised the issue of the Putu Mountain, I'm glad that in February of this year, the government of Liberia decided to reclaim the Putu Mountain and cancel the mineral development agreement between the Liberian government and a Russian affiliated company. And that company name, if I'm not mistaken, it should be like a Sever Star. I think it's called Sever Stars on the CSEVER, I think STAR or STAL, Sever Star. So I don't quite remember, but that company, the government of Liberia has reclaimed Putu Mountain. The project is worth more than $12 billion that the government could make arrangement for. And I think $12 billion is a lot of money for the government to go after this mountain. And I also want that mountain to be changed back to Grand Gedean Mountain. I think Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and others, because of their wickedness and their disrespect to the people of Grand Gedean, they decided to remove it from Gedean Mountain to Putu Mountain, just so Grand Gedean cannot have the name, because when the mineral agreement was signed over at night, was signed during the night, and approved during the night, and then everything was passed down during the night. Ellen then was interested in changing the name to Putu Mountain, just to make sure that Grand Gedean doesn't take the name. I would think that President Boakai, and maybe this would be one of the reasons why I would support him, to change it back from Putu Mountain to Gedean Mountain. I don't know, anybody believe me, I would support Boakai, but I would do if you change that mountain name from Putu Mountain to Gedean Mountain. I think it's a very, very, very good step. The other thing I wanted to say, I feel so bad about a mentally ill person.
Okay, that's Gibson Jeru over there. He will support Joseph Boakai to change Putu Mount, the name, basically to just take the word Putu and put Gedean there. All right. Again, the question is why. But before I go into my analysis, before I give my perspective, let me play another video.
Yes. We were not able to reactivate this conversation. The fact that it's being reactivated now under President Boakai is a plus, and I must applaud him for his leadership. But we want more. More is better. So let's get more. Let's know what is there. Let's hold them accountable. For example, even when you restructuring the company, the law says 30% of senior management to go to the country of origin. So a Putu Mining, Gedean Mountain is coming back. What is the management team that coming back? Do we have 30% of Ghanaian citizens in top management as they coming back? Or are you going to bring people that are not from our country to come and sit in senior management on Gedean Mountain when it comes back? We have to know. And right now, we do not know. And as a bar, we are very clear in this matter. So you want to write the means that will write the president, who will write the office of the president.
To go to the people.
Will write the office of the president.
I don't know if the contract still exists or not, but they're going to use the people, going to send people in Grand Jide down to go operate the People Mountain. So I think that's something that you got to tell the president or whoever that they got to go and meet the people. You don't sit in Monrovia and make decisions and then the people just go. So I hope your bar, the bar that you represent and you the head for, you do the right thing for your people and get that Gedean Mountain name from Putu Mountain back to Gedean Mountain. And I mean, they go in there, they got to open the books for the people to see what's in there. I think that's a fair thing. That's a fair thing to do. They're going to Wologisi Mountain, the people there got to benefit. They're going to Nima Mountain, the people got to benefit. They're going to Grand Gedean Mountain, the people got to benefit. And that's a sound and fair thing for anybody. Nobody will go against that kind of thing. But if our lawmakers and you guys are the bad leaders over there.
Well, I'm going to work with you. You see, Prince, when you take these positions, and you know people in government are powerful people. I think President Boka, I know President Boka will support us, right? Because he wants the best. When I sat with President Boka, I said to people, one of the things that convinced me to go to the length that I'm going now in supporting the president is that when I sat with him and he spoke, I got a feeling that he actually cared about the country. That he not.
All right, so that is the campaign going on right now. The intellectuals of Grand Jide County, Kanye Obala, my man Prince Double, and Gibson Jerry. They are now campaigning to change the name Putu Mountain to remove the word Putu and put G there. Now, the fundamental question is why? Well, if you listen to Gibson, Gibson said it was the wicked Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration that changed the name from Gedean to Putu. But that is not true. That mountain has been, or the mountain range has been called Putu Mountain. Alternatively, some people use Gedean Mountain, but there has been no time that mountain has been called Gedean Mountain, for which the guys are saying we got to go back to Gedean Mountain. If you do all your research, that mountain has been called Putu Mountain. All right. So why is it that these guys are doing it? Now, I want to make some analysis here why they are doing that. Okay. There's a reason beyond this. Okay. You see, to not circumvent, to not go around the issue, to get straight to the point. You see, the Putu people are Sarpo people. Okay. Now, let me get on the street. I am from Grand Jide. My father is from Grand Jide County, and my mother is from SINOE County. And so, let me put this thing down so you can see what I'm wearing. You see, what is on my chest here, over here, is the scale of justice. Okay? So, I want justice to prevail everywhere I go, or wherever I'm coming from, or wherever I'm going. You see, there is this history in Liberia, especially between the Sarpos and the Crowns. You see, the revolution that toppled the 133 years hegemony of the American Liberians was led by a Sarpo man and a Crown man, Samuel Doe and Thomas Wesson. You see, when the revolution was successful, the Crown guys, they went to work because Thomas Wesson was very famous. He was highly famous. He was far sophisticated than President Doe, and people were kind of gravitating towards him more. So they ran the propaganda, and Doe eliminated Thomas Wesson. They killed the guy. And up to now, the Crown people have not apologized to the Sarpo people for this. They killed Thomas Wesson. Now, in recent history, we have a Crown man who was the governor of the Central Bank of Liberia. Alosha Talu, I think. He was the governor. A new denomination, banknote, was printed in Liberia. And they put masks of all the tribes, the ethnic groups in Liberia. And the Sarpo was left out. Who was the governor? A Crown man. So you see the trend. The Crown guys, I don't want to speak in generality because I'm not part of them, because I'm from there, I'm also Crown. But there are certain elements in Grand Gedean County that are trying to erase the Sarpo people from the history of Liberia. They don't want the Sarpo people because, first of all, they have the erroneous argument that the Sarpo is crew or the Sarpo is Crown. But then the fundamental question that you ask the people when you say, okay, name the sections. Let's say the crew, for example. They say the crew has 48 sections. When you tell them to name the 48 section of the crew, a tribe or ethnic group, I like to use the word ethnic group, they don't list the Sarpo. When you go to Grand Gedean, you say name, the last time I checked, somebody said the Crown has 16 sections. When they name in those sections, they don't name Sarpo. Okay, you said Sarpo is part of Crown, but when you name in the subsections, you don't name Sarpo. You argue that Sarpo is part of crew, but when you're naming the 48 sections of the crew ethnic group, you don't name Sarpo. Okay, so by following that logic, it's clear that Sarpo is not crew, no Crown. And so a mountain is in Grand Gedean County, bearing a section of the Crown, the Sarpo people. And the Crown guys don't like that, like Great Kissen Jeru, like Kanyo Bala, the Prince Double. They don't like that. They don't like that mountain bearing the name of the Sarpo people. So they say, no, we'll call it Gedean Mountain. Let's go back. But it has not been Gedean Mountain. Look at the history. Do the research. We have done the research, and there is no time in history that mountain was called Gedean Mountain. Again, alternatively, some people will say Gedean Mountain, but the original name is Putu Mountain because the Putu people that live around there. And so that's what they named the mountain after, the Putu people. But these guys are going around, they are trying to eliminate the Sarpo people. And that is not fair. The Sarpo people, they own Liberia as much as the Crown people own Liberia. The Sarpo people own Liberia as much as the Gio people own Liberia. The Sarpo people own Liberia as much as the Pele people own Liberia. The Sarpo people own Liberia as much as the Loma people own Liberia. So the idea of trying to erase certain people, I mean, taking them out of, not including them when you are putting the marks of the very indigenous tribes in the country on the money, you exclude them. And now you are running campaign for Putu Mountain, the mountain, the area that the Sarpo people have lived for generations after generations. And you say, you know what, we want to change the name now. No, you can't do that. The Sarpo people would not take that. They wouldn't, nobody wants to erase the Crown people from the history of Liberia. Don't try to erase the Sarpo people as well. It's not possible. The tribal group that produced the first indigenous vice president, and you want to erase them from history, from their own country? They should not be reflected on any artifacts or anything in the country? No. The spokesperson of the elders and the ancestors will not condone such injustice. You can't put that on elders. As a matter of fact, if the mountain bears the Putu people name, When you carry a company there, the resources will not come to Grand Jide? Is that the name is the problem? No. The problem is you can change the name, but when you have the wrong leaders, the people in that geographical region, they will not benefit from the minerals from that mountain. So it has nothing. You guys are focusing on the wrong things. You are focusing on the wrong thing by fighting the name. The name is not the problem. It's the people that are in charge of the minerals and the resources in the country. The leaders are the problem. It's not the name. So while we go on frivolously in the country, our intellectuals that are supposed to bring better ideas, you have a lawyer, Kanyo Bala, his own national platform and talking about changing the mountain name from Putu to Jide. You have Gedean Jeru saying the same thing, Prince Double. No, guys, you are focusing on the wrong thing. You are not, the name of the mountain is not the problem. The leaders are the problem. Since 1847 in our country, the poverty has been in the country. Not the very names teams are giving. No, it's the leaders. So you shouldn't bring the distraction. Let put the blame squarely on the leaders. And stop going after people, other tribal groups to erase them from history. You kill the Sarpo people hero. It's not enough. But you want to take the mountain where they been living. Putu Mountain, where Nyamliawe lives. You know what Nyamliawe is? That the people sacred shrine, the shrine for the Sarpo land. Now what is that? The elders and the ancestors they have, their deity. And now the guys want to change the name. Yeah, guessing Jerusalem and saying no kind of want to change. That is not the argument here. You are fighting a losing battle. But that is not going to work. So Gedean Jeru can be supporter or UP and go beyond Joseph Boyka just to change the name of Putu Mountain to Jide Mountain. He wants to leave all the other things that are going on now. Joseph Boyka is doing. Joseph Boyka saying he wants to rescue Liberia. The people are now, they are dying in the country. Gedean is not focused on that. Gedean is talking about he will support Joseph Boyka because if Joseph Boyka wants to change the name of Putu, to take the Putu name from the mountain. The people, not something that was given to them. The Putu people were over there before that area was named Jide, Grand Jide. No, the Putu people were over there. It was in the 60s that county was created. It was part of SINOE County. It was just recent time. So Putu has been over there. The people did not create the geographical division dissection of the country, did not create Putu. It was a political subdivision, dividing the country that created Jide, Grand Jide. There was no something called Grand Jide before. So you want to take the people, their natural endowment from them because you don't like them. You don't like the Putu people. You don't like the Sarpo people. So anything that bears the Sarpo people name, you want to erase it. You want to get rid of it. You got rid of the people, the hero, Tomo Wesson, and you are still going after them. You denied them for paying on the money. They had to go to court. They even diplomatically, the Sarpo people, their campaigners, they talked to Mr. The bank governor at the time. They talked to him. The man did not give the people listening ears. No, because he does not respect Sarpo people. And we are seeing the trend. This will not go. I'm a Sarpo man, I'm a crime man. But when injustice is being inflicted on certain people, we will not take it. We'll fight. The Putu people will remain. That name will remain. What we have to fight for, when companies and foreign companies are coming to come and use the minerals, let the minerals be used to benefit the people of Grand Jide County. That's what we should be fighting for. The people should get a giant portion of whatever will be coming from that mountain and not changing the name. All the mothers, the fathers, the children benefit from the resources of Jide, what you want to call Jide Mountain, Putu Mountain. Okay? Putu Mountain. It's not Gedean. Don't try to fight an irrelevant battle. Don't do that. Don't make other people to be irrelevant in the country. Liberia now has 17 ethnic groups. Okay? Even though some people are still out there and saying 16, they are not updated. There are 17 ethnic groups. Sarpo is one of them. Look at your statistics. 2008 census. Look at 2002 census, the one that we recently did. You see 17 ethnic groups in Liberia. You go to the CIA report, you see the 17 ethnic groups in Liberia. Sarpo is one of them. So the notion of trying to erase the Sarpo people, that's what can bring conflict in a country. Okay? Because you don't want to respect all the tribal groups. What makes a music, as PLO was saying, is the different keys on the keyboard. The combination of the different keys, they give you a melody of music. The idea of trying to get rid of other people, trying to erase them in their own country, that's a problem. We have to desist from that. Kissinger is supposed to know better. Kanye Bala is supposed to know better, and Prince Double is supposed to know better. They should stop trying to erase certain people from their own country. No. All right? So that's something we want to flag on Voice of SINOE. Now we have reached, it's now 2 o'clock, and the other talking points will be deferred to the next show. But we want to say thank you so much for joining us today on Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora. We are here every Thursday to discuss the issues, to have a conversation with you. Those that are following us, we want to say thank you so much for joining us today. And that's how we're bringing the curtain down for today. Thank you. Always don't hesitate to share our show. Yes, my device here is also freezing up. I had a lot of issues today with the sound and stuff. We're still working on all those things. Our technical team will be working on those things. But that being said, we want to say thank you for joining us today. And we'll see you next Thursday. I can get to let me see what I will get to my music here. This thing is tripping. I don't know why it does that. It does that. Let's see. Carry up. Nah, I can still see them. And then after the show, I'll be able to get to them. I don't know why, but hey. All right, guys. I will just close this way. And we're going to see you next week.